Welcome to Apex News, everybody. We've got some breaking Big Blue Wildcat information. Take it away, Kyle.
Well, we told you all last week that we really thought this weekend was going to be a big one for the Wildcats, and here we are. The first domino has fallen. Malachi Moreno is coming back to Lexington. He is a Wildcat. He's going to play his second year in Lexington, the hometown kid. He has withdrawn from the NBA draft, and if I can get this screen share up, we're going to show it right now.
Yeehaw. That's great. And you confirmed this
Being from Kentucky, being from Georgetown, especially 20 minutes up the road. So I think being able to put on a uniform like this and being able to wear Kentucky across my chest is an unbelievable honor and an unbelievable feeling.
Woo!
Kyle, you confirmed this via On3, correct?
That On3 KSR, and that is Malachi Moreno's X page. He has just posted that he is back, and we are officially game on now with the University of Kentucky. And I do not think we are done this weekend. I think you are going to see one and maybe two more announcements this weekend, Craig.
Who would they be, Kyle? So we can get prepared.
Well, I believe that in sometime tonight or tomorrow, you are going to see an announcement from Milan Momcilovic. I also believe that Tunde Yusufe is still out there. I believe that Kentucky is in the running for both of them at this point, Craig. Let's just talk real quick about what it means.
Well, the second guy, he's from France, correct?
He's from Baylor, actually. He played last year. Baylor. He was their leading scorer. He had 18 points a game last year. He's a 6'5" point guard or 6'5" shooting guard. And both of them, it appears that Tunde Yusufe and Milan Momcilovic will both be withdrawing from the NBA draft as well. And there are very few teams out there that have the kind of money still left that Kentucky has. So right now, we're going to celebrate, though, that Malachi Moreno has announced that he is returning to the University of Kentucky for his sophomore season. This is huge, Craig. Talking a little bit about what Malachi Moreno means to this team. Obviously, he's 7 feet tall. He has a 7'3" wingspan. He scored 7 points a game, 6.5 rebounds a game last year. But it's way beyond just those numbers right there. He was pushed into the starting role. We didn't expect that he was going to be in that starting role as much as he was. And then he flourished. Obviously, there were games where he's still learning the game, and he needs to make sure he's in the weight room and eating good and things of that nature, because he's going to need it with this with the upcoming staff. But I am so excited now with Malachi Moreno, and I do not think this is the last domino that you're going to see fall over this weekend. Your thoughts on Malachi Moreno coming back?
We've been on high alert for probably a couple hours, I'd say. But with Moreno coming back, we got a 7-footer in the middle that played, I think, 32 games last year.
Yep.
We've got 6'8" Cam Williams on a wing. We've got 6'9", other 6'9", 6'10" players. We're going to be covered with 6'5" guards. So we're going to have speed. We're going to have length. And we're going to be able to get it up and down the floor like UK hadn't seen in several years, maybe 5 or 6 or 8 years. It's going to be an outstanding. I'd say we're top 10 now. We got Momcilovic and the guy from Baylor, who I will not even attempt to pronounce his name. Woo! It's
I
gonna
mean,
be something
this
else.
is big, and Mark Pope and the boys in Lexington are not done. And you and I said 2 weeks ago that if Malachi Moreno comes back, and if somehow this staff can turn it around and they can pull off one of these other big names like a Milan Momcilovic or a Tunde Yusufe that comes in from Baylor, it is Katie bar the door
Yeah.
when it comes to what the potential uh, ceiling is for this team. The floor is now raised, right?
Right.
We now have raised the floor significantly, and now we're looking at where can that ceiling actually go, and can we break above where we thought we were? This is huge news. The Kentucky kid, the Great Crossing graduate, a local kid. We all love local kid stories, and Malachi Moreno, as he said on his X post, I am staying home. So here we go. This is big news. LEX 18 and CBS Sports are now reporting it as well. So
Well, it's good.
thank
Well
you for joining us to catch this as well. But Craig, your thoughts on where we move from here?
Well, we've obviously had to add more room on the big blue bandwagon.
Yeah.
All the people that were disparaging Coach Pope, they're all going to come back. Maybe if their tails tucked between their legs,
Well, and like we said,
they're going to come back.
yeah, like we said, there's lots of room on this bandwagon. So
Yes,
go ahead and start jumping back on. And I'm already reading online right now the Louisville fans who are saying, congrats, you got a guy who scored 7 points back on your team. That's great. We all know, and if they're true basketball fans, they know what it means to have your starting center back, a starting center who went and got real experience over the last 3 months
Right.
in the NBA complex, and now he's back.
Coach Pope got a ton of experience last year.
Yep.
First half of the year, he couldn't mesh the team together, but he got them meshed together at the end of the year. So now he's also got that experience of coaching elite players, and he's going to have a team full of elite players this year. We're going to have so many fouls underneath. If some 7'5" guy from Florida comes in, we'll be able to just pound them for the whole game. And if a couple guys foul out, it's not going to hurt us a lick because we'll have another 6'10", 6'11", 7-footer ready to come in.
We have lots of fouls, which is big in the SEC, but we're not. I mean, we are not missing anything in the middle right now, especially considering the folks. Justin McBride coming over, and we just have a lot more bodies that we can throw at you. But these aren't just bodies; these are talent. These are guys who have scored a lot of points, gotten a lot of rebounds, and all of a sudden, Kentucky had a backcourt, had a bunch of guys coming into the backcourt, which they may not be done with. But then now you add Malachi Moreno in here, someone who is going to be your starting center, who's going to be essentially playing for a lottery spot next year in the NBA draft. So he's got everything to work for here. And it's so exciting now. Now, all of a sudden, everything's starting to gel around this team. That's now 14 people on the roster. If you sign one or two more, maybe it allows you to redshirt Hawthorne, Hawthorne the younger, and Zion Hawthorne, and make some other decisions that way. But you're not locked in to trying to play people out of position. For the first time in 3 years, Mark Pope is going to have the right people and the right talent in those positions. We have always had players playing out of position. You're not going to have that anymore. And that right there is a sigh of relief for all of you.
If guard goes down, we got 3 or 4 others to pick from. And to address the Louisville fans about the 7 points, SGA, who's averaging over 30 points a game the last 2 years, back-to-back NBA MVP, only averaged 12 at Kentucky.
Right.
Anthony Davis, Hall of Famer, he only averaged like 12 at UK. So there's other ways to contribute because somebody's got to rebound, somebody's got to play defense.
Yeah,
so they can rag on it. But I'll tell you this, Kyle, we have got now with Moreno, and if we can get Momcilovic, not taking the guy from Baylor, we're going to have like 98 points a game on average coming back to Kentucky. We've never had that many points on the floor from the previous year average. Never.
Not coming back. I mean, not guys who have scored that many. And now you get to the point where you have guys who you're not going to have to carry the load. So you're not going to have to score 17 points a game, Otega Oweh, or we lose. You've got guys where you can have guys who can have a bad night. Kentucky has not had the luxury in the last 3 seasons that if their star player has a bad night, that somebody else is going to pick it up and they're going to win. In the past few years, or the last 2 years especially, if Otega Oweh had a bad game, Kentucky was toast.
We didn't have a shot, right? Didn't have a shot.
So at this point, I think it's now you're looking for that cherry on top. Now you're a top 20 team. Now you're comfortably in that.
I'll say top 15,
and quite possibly. But now you're looking for that cherry. Now you're looking for if you can get that just dead-eye shooter out there in Momcilovic that can come in and just not have the pressure of having to be the star, but obviously can put down 18 a night if you need him to, and shooting 45% plus. I mean, he's shot 49% plus from three.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a shock for him to have to do that.
I think if you're a guard on a running offense like Kentucky's going to have, you can run straight to the middle, and you can throw to either wing, Cam on one side, Momcilovic on the other, or you can dump it off to Moreno or anybody else that follows him down. I mean, our guards they're going to have smiles on their face all season long.
Yeah, I mean, now you've got a guy that has good hands. You can dump the ball off to him, and you're not worried about him, going in and dunking. The same thing goes for the guys who are coming in from outside the program who are coming in here. You've got guys who are not afraid to attack the rim. And I think that's something that just Kentucky hasn't had for a long time. We've worried about, we need a mid-range shooter. We need that. We need this. Now you've got that. And really all we're missing is that dead-eye shooter from three. Yeah. We've got some guys right now who can shoot. Don't get me wrong. We got guys who are shooting well over 33% from three-point range, including Cam Williams, who is already ready to be that guy. But you can move Cam to a 3 or have him at a 4 and move Momcilovic to a 3 if we can get him as well. This is just so huge for Kentucky because we were praying we would get somebody, but if you didn't get Moreno back, then you're going to have people playing out of position and worried about if you were going to have a true center, and you're not going to have that problem anymore.
Yeah, we're going to be 6'8", 7 foot, and 6'9" across the back, and 2 6'5" guards. Man, and long arms. I mean, and this is just going to be. This will tomorrow be fall out of your chair crazy if we get Momcilovic. But even if we don't get Momcilovic, with Moreno coming back, that solidifies our defense.
Well, I will say this about Momcilovic and Tunde Yusufe and the others that are still considering. The thing is that nearly every NBA GM or insider will tell you that those guys have a nearly 100% chance that they are coming back to college. Yeah. The only question is which college. And I think at this point, you have so few teams who still have a ton of money. Remember Moreno had signed his non-revenue share deal before he went to the NBA Combine. Right. So Kentucky had already set that aside with the idea that he was going to be coming back. Now, the real question is, do we still have all of that Tyron Stokes money? I can't imagine why we wouldn't. But now you're looking at UK probably still has, $8 to $10 million to potentially spend, maybe 14 to spend on these players. I can't believe we're talking about this again, especially considering that we were making fun of the Fighting Scrooge McDucks down I-64. But I really believe that because of the Tyron Stokes deal, it somehow, Uno reversed its way into being a good thing for Kentucky to have all this money left over when you had potential NBA future NBA players for sure, potential NBA lottery picks wanting to come back to college and make $6 million. And I think that's the real key.
Well, and thank you, Tyron Stokes, for picking Kansas.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see you in the Classic.
Yep, Champions Classic in November.
And thank you for going that way, because now we're a complete team. We're going to be able to talk smack all year long to Louisville after they've been hitting us for 3 months. I mean, they're wearing us out, and there's nothing we can say back.
Oh, I know.
Now we're loaded.
The last 2 months.
Yeah, now we're loaded, and we get to play Kansas, like I said, in the Classic, in Chicago. Another Louisville thing was earlier this weekend. I saw them all whining about not being able to be into the Diamond. Was it a Diamond Classic? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
All the Blue Bloods, yeah. They're not even in the list of the 8 teams, so they've been crying about that. How are we not an elite team? But
I will also tell you this, Craig, and I will tell you that we're waiting on confirmation of this, but it has come across the wire as we have been on the air tonight that Milan Momcilovic has canceled his last 2 workouts. He's
NBA workouts.
He canceled his NBA workouts for tomorrow and Tuesday. He is withdrawing from the NBA draft. It is a 100% guarantee on that. And I believe that there are only 3 teams out there where Momcilovic could go, where the money might be available. And I don't see him going to St. John's. And honestly, I don't see a guy who wants to make it to the NBA go to a team that there won't be enough balls at Louisville to go around.
Right. And St. John's does have that one guy that says, "Who do you want to get? I'll fund it."
Yeah,
you know that one guy. But go ahead. If you want to be on national TV every day, every move tracked online across the country, you will come to Kentucky because there's not only the salary you're going to get paid in this amateur sport, there's going to be so much NIL stuff more available here than in New York. And the kicker that we've talked about a couple of times, the tax rate in New York, if you get paid $100,000 for an ad, you're only coming home with 50. You get paid with $100,000 in Kentucky, you're coming home with 78 or more.
It's a big difference, and I'm talking directly to Momcilovic and his folks who are surrounding him, who are business people. He's already signed in with I think it's RMG Athletics. So listen, they may offer you $500,000 more dollars, even $1 million more dollars. You're going to take home more in Kentucky, guaranteed. No matter what, you're going to take home more. But beyond the money, you are going to walk into an atmosphere that you can't even fathom of what it's going to be like. Yes, they have a half-filled Madison Square Garden every once in a while for their big games. You're coming to the Mecca, baby. Listen, Milan, come to Kentucky. Join this team that is ready for destiny. All the naysayers, you guys can come on back. We're ready for you to be a part of the team. But Milan Momcilovic, you are the next domino we are waiting for number 9 to become reality.
When you think of St. John's and their all-time best players, you got one, Chris Mullin. Maybe I'm not thinking of anybody else. You come to Kentucky, there's 31 of them in the NBA right now. 3 of them are playing right now in the West Finals, and one of them's been an MVP twice. And then we got 2 more playing tomorrow night. And so we're going to have a bunch of UK players in the NBA Finals. And if that's what you want to do, then you got to come to Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, it is a no-brainer from a business perspective. It is a no-brainer from the opportunity perspective and what you're going to do for his ability to make it into the NBA lottery next year. Malachi Moreno saw this. It was a great opportunity for Malachi Moreno to go get real experience against guys who are just, solid professionals, bigger and stronger than he is. And now he gets to go back and use everything that he learned and all of the advice that he got and all of those things. He gets to hit the weight room, the best weight staff and training staff in all of college basketball. You go in there, you put on another 10 or 15 pounds, you eat those Wheaties every single morning and eat couple steaks every night, and you're going to be great. And I'm so looking forward to what this kid does when he comes back.
I hope he learned and listened in the NBA Combine from what all of the people, I don't know if it's coaches there or other professionals that are there showing these guys what to do when they were playing their various one-on-one, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 stuff. But he can bring all that stuff back now. He's got NBA training that he can bring back to Kentucky and share with some of the other players, with Kim.
Absolutely.
And if Momcilovic comes and both of them from the Combine, that's going to bring a lot more experience back to the team that they can share with the players too, and say how exciting it was to go through the combine, even though they came back.
I think the thing that you have to understand is now your starting five right now is looking like Zoom Diallo, Alex Wilkins, Cam Williams, Malachi Moreno, and the other question is going to be who that other forward is at this point. And the perfect thing is if Momcilovic goes into that role, but that it's not a doer. I mean, yes, it would put us in that elite category all of a sudden because you would have two elite shooters in there, actually three elite shooters in there with Wilkins and Diallo as well, but and Cam. But now you're looking at a situation where you can rotate players out for the first time and not be worried about fall off
and not being worn out like where they attack your best player, double team him the whole game and wear him out. What was it? One of the NBA players says they're putting two guys on me trying to wear me. Maybe it's SGA. They're trying to wear me down, but it's not going to work. Now we can rotate guards around, like you said, and all those guys you named, we're probably going to have 75 points in the starting lineup, 75 points a game, and another 30 or 25 on the bench getting ready to come in. So maybe this will be like the 2012 team, and yes, I'm saying the 2012 team, where they don't play 35 minutes a game. They play about 26.
Right.
They're fresh all year long. They're fresh for the SEC tournament, and they're fresh for the NCAA because they don't got so many minutes on their legs.
Yeah. The other thing, you've got Mason Williams who's coming in, who is a freshman. You have Braden Hawthorne, who, again, I don't think anyone in Kentucky, even myself, we don't even know what the possibility for Braden Hawthorne is. I mean, you have Jerome Morton. You've got your big one, Frank Kepnong from Washington. You were excited about him. And
good.
Everybody said, well, there's only 6 points you're bringing in. I got a 6'11", 255-pounder that goes in and just bangs bodies and dunks the ball.
He gets almost 6.3 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
And that's when I don't care if he does only score 6 points a game. If he can get 6 to 10 rebounds a game, then we're golden.
Absolutely.
Because he won't be playing 35 minutes. But still get 6 to 10 rebounds a game.
And don't forget, we've got Reese Potter on the sidelines, another big stud with a 7'2" wingspan.
Yeah.
And you've got the unicorn again that we have absolutely no idea about anything with this kid, Usman Njai, who may come in and just set the world on fire. He may come in and learn the American game. You never know. But he's another warm body that we can put in there. That at one point, Craig, we could have.
Remember the highlights we showed?
Yeah.
He is fast.
Yeah, he's fast and he dunks the ball, kind of crazy. And so, the other thing that I will say about this is you have a situation where Kentucky doesn't have to rush guys like Braden Hawthorne, Reese Potter, and these guys who have not played for a year. We have to push them out, roll the ball out there and hope for the best. These guys can sit back and ease into it a little bit. We have a tough early schedule, so you don't have that, that luxury as well. But now, I mean, you just have a bunch of dogs out there, guys who are just out there willing to play hard and fast. And I can't even express the difference in my excitement for this season as opposed to even last season, Craig.
Yeah. What about the practices?
Oh.
How fun was watching this team practice? If you had UK credentials, hint, Kyle. If you had UK credentials and you could get in there and just sit and watch a practice, my goodness, they will be wearing each other out and getting better every minute that they practice.
We are seeing here. Hey Jason, we know that Matt Jones is verified, no Stokes, no money, but I will tell you that if Momcilovic is the answer, they're going to find the money. So I don't think money is an issue at this program. I mean, and again, I'll say it again for the 1 millionth time. UK didn't pay $22 million last year. They weren't even in the top 5 in the schools with the amounts that they paid. So that was a farce to begin with. But now you're getting to a point where if you don't spend $20 million a year on your roster, you're going to miss out.
There's not a limit this year.
No.
Next year's when the limit kicks in, 20 million or something like that.
Yep.
because Louisville might have spent close to 30 this year. I've seen rumors of that, but they could be just like UK, just that be rumors.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you that now that so many of the teams have spent and overspent on some of these players that have come back. Listen, Kentucky's the only team out there. And again, maybe you could throw St. John's in there. You'll always have a Duke donor that's willing to throw a bunch of money out there. The Fighting Scrooge McDucks down in Louisville, they have just an absolute boatload of Brinks trucks for some unknown reason, that Papa John's money, as you always say.
Yeah.
But now we're getting to the point where you have a select number of teams at this point who have money in the millions at this point to still throw at some of these players. And some of these guys are thinking, I could go overseas and make $1 million overseas in Spain or Italy or France. And
pay 50 or 60% taxes on that.
Exactly. Or you could come to Kentucky and make $2 million or $3 million, and if you're not Milan Momcilovic. But if you're a Tunde Yusufe and you made that kind of money last year, or if you did what you did last year as a freshman at Baylor, come on, we'll take another 18-point score. I'm not afraid of that.
Thank you, Mercury Simple. Here's my Joe B. Hall rolled up program. So
yeah, that's right. That's really good.
This is going to be. I'm keep looking over at San Antonio and OKC.
I don't blame you.
57-43.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all.
That short guy that plays for San Antonio, he's having a pretty decent game. The little guy, 7'4".
Yeah, Wimby. Yeah. Did I see that he was setting all sorts of longest made shot of Wembanyama's career to beat the buzzer at the end of the first half or something?
It tied the game. Oh, the first half. I didn't see that because I was too excited about this.
I know, pretty good stuff. Well,
he opened up with a long three.
Right now, I'm telling you guys that the not only the starting lineup, the potential starting lineup that's out there, but I'll also throw out there, there will be a lawsuit filed, not necessarily by Otega Oweh's people, but there is a guaranteed date that in June they are going to vote on the 5 years of eligibility plan in the NCAA. If that goes through, you will have guys who have had their 4 years of eligibility run out, and they will sue. And
but why? If it doesn't come into play, I'll just sue to sue, I guess.
Well, because guys like Otega Oweh have had 4 years, and they want their 5th year. Now, the 5 for 5 rule only applies to students who are incoming now,
correct?
Not students who are there now. So Otega Oweh, his class that are graduating, they will essentially say they're being disparate treatment under the law.
Right,
so that's where that will come from. So one of the questions that just came in here, do you all think we're getting Milan? I will tell you that the chatter that I am hearing is it's not bad. It's not bad chatter that we're hearing. It is.
I bet you.
What we have heard is that it's no bueno for the Fighting Scrooge McDucks in Louisville, but that St. John's and Kentucky are those teams out there. So, and I think that's something to take into consideration. That if it's between us and St. John's, Rick has broke our hearts before, and it wouldn't shock me if he did it again, especially on a guy like Momcilovic that would make them a real contender, being able to run through the Big East and not play the level of competition you'd have in the SEC. But then again, if you're a guy like Momcilovic who wants to make it to the league, you want to play in the toughest league and you want to play against the toughest competition. You're going to be playing 4 or 5 guys at Florida who will play in the NBA as their starting lineup.
Yeah. They brought just about everybody back.
Yeah, you will play against 2 or 3 guys at Arkansas. That will play in the league. You will play against guys at Alabama. You will play against guys every single night who are going to play in the league. If you go and play Seton Hall, you're not going to get that opportunity, right? So you have to. It's a business decision at this point. It's not just if I'm going to win a national championship. And I think a lot of people lose that. A lot of people think, well, I only want to go where I'm going to get 40 minutes a night and I can score 40 points. Sometimes it's what can I balance the most? A chance to win, a chance to be on the biggest stage, a chance to play the best competition, and at the end, what's going to get me to the league? And just playing at Kentucky and having the blue and white on. Joey Beeler made a comment in here. Keldon Johnson doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
And he's playing well, but there's very few players that can go to the NBA and only shoot. You got Steph Curry, you got SGA. I mean, that don't play defense. They can shoot, but they don't play defense. If you don't play defense in the NBA, then you're not going to make the league. If you score 26 points a game in college, but you couldn't guard a wet paper bag, you're not going, because there's many other players. There's plenty of guys that average 5 points a game and 7 rebounds, and they're getting paid $10 million a year.
Yeah,
you've got to be able to play defense to get into the NBA, and you'll learn to play defense at Kentucky, because we're going to be loaded with players. If you want to get on the floor, you better learn to play defense.
Well, but the other thing is, when you have 5 guys who will play defense, or maybe 4 guys that play defense, and you're not in the Rick Pitino system that is all defense all the time, you can skate out for breakaway threes and things of that nature. Something that may play in Momchilovich's wheelhouse. Who is to say? I will say this. This is now I believe this is number 13 on the roster. Let me try to verify that.
13, that's right. And then
so that essentially gives us the room to add 2 more guys and still redshirt Zion Hawthorne if we wanted to.
And that would give us 3 more spots.
Yeah, and that would essentially give us 3 more spots. But I don't. UK is not done. I can just say that right now. UK is not done, and UK is in the perfect position with the great Uno reverse, as I said here. And I'll just say it, the great Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers said to Owen Wilson, "You got to lock it up. You got to lock it up." Yeah. And right now is what Mark Pope and his staff and Mo Williams and those guys, they've been in Chicago, and now they're out here in all these other NBA cities, and they're talking to these guys, lock it up. Get us those 2 other guys, those 1 or 2 other guys that are going to propel us into that top 10, top 5 region and be a true competitor to a Final Four. And we're in a great position. Tyron Stokes wasn't a great situation, but somehow that entire situation has worked out great.
Remember, we talked about it. He's got to have his hand held. He pouts in some of the AAU games. If you set him out, he quit one team after 1 game when the coach set him out. So we didn't need that here. We need these kind of guys that we're going to get. And I'm just so excited for what we got versus 3 weeks ago. We were worried to death about it. And Pope has put together one heck of a team.
He really has.
I hope everybody gives him credit for it.
Well, I will also say that, hey, Eric and Melissa Redmond, number 9 coming soon. Keep sleeping on the Pope. That's right. We'll all be papers by the end of this thing, I think. So we're all getting really excited at this point, but we're not done. Craig and I are literally keeping our phones on us as we sleep. We're making sure that we're keeping
an eye on. We check in the morning, just our telephones.
That's right, and we're talking to our outsiders that know stuff, and insiders that know stuff, and outlaws that know stuff. So we're doing everything we can to stay on this. We will continue to keep you guys informed. Keep an eye on our on this YouTube page, but also our Facebook page at Apex Media. And my personal Facebook page, Craig's personal Facebook page. We will do our absolute best to keep you guys informed. If any other news comes through, we're obviously going to let you guys know. We got the great Mac McIntosh in here asking questions from what you know about the players coming into Kentucky this next season. Do we have any guards that can guard the basketball?
Oh, my.
Teams seem to get to the paint easy this past season. Oh, yeah. Between Alex Wilkins and Zoom Diallo, you are going to see some real breakdown defense. And I don't know there's any other way to put it. I've also seen Mason Williams, his AAU tape. He is a scorer, and he's smaller, but he moves his feet very, very well. That makes me very, very excited to see that. And again, Jerome Morton, may not be a scorer, but he is a great ball handler that can come into the game. And he is, yep, and he is an efficient defender as well. So, and again, Coach Mack, I don't think we're done. I think we're going to pull another guard out of this NBA withdrawals, and I think that will actually be a good thing for us. So,
and maybe Coach Mack, we can get him on and we can talk UK basketball. That would be so cool. And there's a fine young lady.
There's a fine young lady right there. Yeah. I kind of prefer her a lot. But
yeah,
it's one of our household sayings. Lock it up.
Yeah, it'd be fun to get Mac on here and talk UK basketball and Franklin County basketball, because he's head coach at Franklin County.
Coach Franklin County High School, and we're really looking forward to
the dynasty.
He is as well. Joey Beeler asked a question, Craig, that you're gonna like. He wants to know what everybody's favorite Da Vinci's pizza is. Just like every show, this portion of the show is brought to you by Da Vinci's Pizza. My favorite is the meats.
That's mine too. Meat Lover's my favorite. And,
oh my gosh.
The second is the I like the pepperoni, just a straight up pepperoni pizza. And so, but they're all good. They're all full of flavor, and we appreciate everybody coming out and partaking of the best locally owned restaurant in Frankfort, Kentucky.
It absolutely is, and we are going to have some of our podcasts actually out there at Da Vinci's coming up. So we'll let you all know when that'll be. You guys can come out and be in the background while we're hooting and hollering.
Yeah, KSR won't have nothing on us.
Oh no, it's going
to. We own a restaurant too, so.
That's right. The other one that is very popular in our household, Craig, is your Supreme Pizza. I know my daughters love that. All the fresh vegetables that you all have on that are amazing.
Yeah, if we're going to go into commercial, we cut our vegetables fresh. They're not coming in a bag frozen or anything like. We cut them every day.
Yeah. So just to recap everybody real quick here, we came on the air just about 30 minutes ago, but breaking news out of Lexington, our center, our hometown kid, Malachi Moreno. Got two names on my brain. A lot of MMs going on right now.
Yeah.
Malachi Moreno, our center, our 7-foot center out of Georgetown, is coming back home for his sophomore year. He will be the stabilizing force underneath, and I'm really, really looking forward to what he can do. We've been talking a lot about all of these potential lineups that we have going on. We have a number of players that are just tonight considering withdrawing from the NBA draft. There is almost a 100% chance now that Milan Momcilovic, who played last year at Iowa State, scored 20 points on us in the NCAA tournament, that he will be looking for a college to play at. Tunde Yusufe, who scored 18 points from Baylor last year, will be joining a team. Almost a 100% chance that he's backing out, and I don't think that we're even done there. There's a number of other players that are still out there. So make sure you keep up with this. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, and make sure you click that notification bell, because every time we go live, then it's going to notify you that we're going live, and you guys can join the channel and see everything that we're doing right here. And
we're working a lot, digging up information as fast.
We are. We've got some. For those of you who don't know, I worked for 25 years for the athletic department, and while I practice law here in Frankfort, and Craig and I have a daily show here on YouTube called Apex News Above the Noise at 5 p.m. every weekday. You guys can join us. I'm really looking forward to what we will be doing in the fall, not only with high school sports, but also with Kentucky sports. We'll be having obviously our podcasts. We're going to try to have Cam Williams' dad, Greg, come on the podcast. We're going to do our very best, try to get anybody from the team up there that is willing to come in as well. That's Craig's donation to the NIL fund. But we will let you guys know everything that's going on. But make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you guys. We've had over 200 people watching the show the entire time we've been doing this across all of the different social media platforms. But Craig, anything else before?
Did you see Coach Mack's question?
Oh yeah,
statement. Did you run that already?
I will. Let me hit it here. Yeah, I agree.
Starting this summer, defensive pressure and awareness will help our offensive execution look forward to watching them grow. So are we.
Yeah, defense makes offense, and that's exactly what happens. I agree, John Boy. We need Milan as well. Really getting excited about that too. Joey Beeler really wants a Nashville hot pizza, Craig. You need to look into that.
I know Joey. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of haters out there right now who are really excited. They were really excited to dump on the graves of Kentucky, in our program when they
Yep.
thought we were going to be down for a significant amount of time. This does not bode well for them tonight that Malachi Moreno has announced that he is withdrawing from the NBA draft and returning to the University of Kentucky. And I don't think it's going to bode well for him with the news that we're going to get in the next couple of days. And I think there's a couple of teams out there who are very nervous about how good this Kentucky team could be. We don't have anybody out on this team that is nervous about carrying the load and working hard, and that's the thing I'm looking forward to, Craig.
And Pope will turn these guys into a team. That's been his focus all the time. You know, he says, "What's on the front of the jersey? Focus on that versus what's on the back of the jersey."
Yep.
So the team will come together under Pope. He's proven that last year when he had at the beginning of the season. Remember, is basically one-on-one every time whoever got the rebound shot the ball.
Yep.
But as the year progressed, they started playing as a team.
Well, and I think you're going to have a different coaching staff, and I don't think we're done there either. There is still lots of word out there that they are not done in the Jamal Crawford hunt.
Right. We might find that out in a week or so, maybe.
I think it may be in 2 days if the Thunder win this game in 2 days when they play. If
they're down 72-47.
Well, just say it could be as early as that. By the end of this week, I think you'll hear news on Jamal Crawford and what he's going to do. That would be a huge get for this program.
Then you've got 2 NBA coaches with Pope who played in the NBA for a few years.
Right.
So we're going to have us a loaded staff named, and both of those guys know all kinds of current NBA players.
And they know tons of kids in the AAU programs right now.
And we could have Shaq going to be coming to watch his daughter play at UK, which he mentioned last night in the postgame show.
Oh, did he really?
Okay. Signed to Kentucky. And so he might stay over. If the women play on Monday and UK plays on Tuesday, he might slide into Rupp Arena too. And if you saw Shaq's graduation, he got him his 18th college degree.
Yep.
We introduced him as Shaq, I hate Charles Barkley O'Neal. And the place erupted in laughter.
He's the big Aristotle is how he'll always be known to me with his great words of wisdom. Wanted to thank everybody again for joining us tonight. We're going to keep things close to the vest until we have the information. And when we do, we will go live. It doesn't matter if it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night. We're going to be here to give that to you. I predict, Craig, that we will have big news tomorrow on Memorial Day. For those of you who are wondering, Wednesday at 11:59 is the latest you can withdraw from the NBA draft. So I truly believe that in the next day or so, a lot of these other chips are going to fall, but this Malachi Moreno coming back is a huge one for the Cats.
You got Beard Loves Dog under Coach Jerry C. That'd be Claiborne, I assume.
Yep.
I work for UK Athletic Coaches Escort. Super excited, go Kentucky. We are super excited too.
We are too. And thanks for joining us. We saw in here that you're a new subscriber. We can't thank you guys enough for that. Craig, anything else before we hop off here? Everybody else wants to finish watching this ball game and get to the rest of their weekend, and keep a close eye on us. We're going to be updating you as we get on the other stuff.
And,
Sandy, get out of here.
Trying to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I'm already excited. I'm amped up already.
Too. Yeah,
I might stay before we go back on again. I'll probably get a comment or two about that from downstairs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Craig Blanton, go ahead.
No, say great night.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Malachi Moreno, welcome back home, buddy. We're really excited for all that you're going to do for our team again next year. So excited to have him back, have our anchor back. He'll likely be a captain leading the team. Really looking forward to it. As always, I am joined by my good friend, Craig Blanton. I am Kyle Thompson. Keep your eyes on us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can get all the big blue news from Apex News Above the Noise. We will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Talk to you soon.
Okay, let's go.